Okay, next up we have Baddha Konasana, and there's an A and a B position for Baddha Konasana. And also this is probably the most important pose of primary series, because primary series is intended to open up our hamstrings and our hips, and like this is the pose that's gonna open up your hips. Yeah, let's do the count first and then we'll break it down. So again, starting from down dog, it's Sapta, inhale, jump through, and you bring the soles of your feet together. Good, open the feet up like a book. And then Ashtanga, exhale, fold for A position. This is a straight spine position, and your chin touches the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's Nava, inhale, come back up, bringing your torso over your hips. And then B position, Dasha, exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Yes, and your top of your head is aiming for your insides of the feet. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ekadasha, inhale, lift up. Exhale there. Dwadasha, inhale, lift up. Trayodasha, exhale, jump back. Gatordasha, inhale, and Panchadasha, exhale. Okay, yeah. So let's talk about it. Could you always do this one? Like fairly easily, like get your knees down and...
Not always, but it didn't take as long as a lot of other poses.
Yeah, okay. Right, like that's, again, like your hips were kind of like, didn't take you too long to get lotus because like your hips were slightly more open in this direction than somebody like me. So, right, yeah. And so if you play around with it, like you do want eventually the pelvis to be as close to the heels kind of as possible. Do your heels like touch your pelvis? Almost?
They can, but I usually have like a little bit of
space.
Yeah.
Okay. And then to just sort of see where you're at, right? Like notice the difference in height between my knees and Ryan's knees. And this is just like sitting here. And this is because I have tighter hips. I just want to point out though that my knees used to be up here. Like it really did, guys. And so it feels like it's taking a long time, and it is, but it is better. And so also like I'm sort of in this like rounded, just from here, like I'm kind of rounded in the spine, right? And like again, Ryan's like not, he's more straight. And so what can we do to actually make this pose work for us and get out of this like rounded knees high up position? And so the thing that I do a few times, and I will do this like in my practice, even though it's not the vinyasa count, it's just worth spending a little bit more time here so that like you get this hip opening. So I will lift up my hips, and then I will anteriorly tilt my pelvis. So instead of tucking it, I go the other way and go down. And I'll do that kind of like a few times. And as I'm lifted up, I'm pressing the pinky toe edges of the feet together. And I'm trying to find like strength in my outer glutes to do that, because it does require some strength too. Okay, and so I'll do that a few times. And then sometimes like I'll do this like butterfly. That could help. And this is all stuff you can do later in the day. And then the other thing, if you have someone, it's a little bit easier, but you can do like a little bit of a PNF technique. And so like you take your elbows to your knees, and then you press your knees up into your elbows, and then you release. And then a few times up into the elbows, release. Up into the elbows and the release. And then again, it's hard not to round the spine. You're trying to lift the spine out of the pelvis. Yeah, and then come forward for A. And keep the elbows down on the thighs as you come down. I personally find it easier. Like I'm not super warm right now, but like I can go down and get a straighter spine if my knees are on the floor, like first. I don't know, it's like a grounding. Yeah, and so like maybe you work that first before you work getting your chin to the ground. Still fold, but the focus will be getting the knees down first. And I think the only other thing is that like sometimes we feel this like clenching right in the hips, like everything wants to like suck back in. Do you feel that at all? Mm-hmm. Or yeah. And so again, sometimes I'll just kind of like a mental sort of like turning my muscles on, or like this awareness, like tell the clenching to go away and like just get the femurs like away a little bit. Yeah, so that's A position. And then B position is a little bit easier in the sense that you get to around your spine, but the thing about it is like you're kind of like pulling, like you have the posterior tilt now, right? Like we had an anterior tilt, now we're gonna have a posterior tilt. Yeah, see the difference? And then you're like almost sucking the belly in, kind of like Uddiyana Bandha. And then to round the spine, you want like a lot of round here as the head goes to the feet, and you're tucking the chin. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Spend time here. Spend time here at night. But even like in your practice, it's worth the extra time.